I think we've got Suvankar back, so let's go back and get some questions going. Suvankar, what we were trying to understand was, and this is a point that the analyst just made out as well, that for many jewelers, since gold is not a fully hedged commodity, the rise will lead to some sort of investing gains as well. So when you say 23% growth in Q4, how much of that is an inventory phenomenon and how much is actual growth? I mean, actual growth also looks good because same-store sales growth is up 18%.
No, so when you look at the growth levels, you have to see that it is the revenue growth that we are talking about. And here, there is a value-driven growth and a volume-driven growth. So if a gold price goes up by, say, 18%, and the overall value growth goes up by 23%, that means that you will have a volume growth of 4 to 5%. So that is how one has to look at it. And what Sir was saying in terms of the gain in terms of inventory, that is more to do with the profitability of the company rather than the revenue of the company. Because if you are selling at a higher gold rate to the consumer, you need to procure your raw materials at a higher gold price as well. So what really matters is the gross margin. It is only that to that extent that your books that are hedged or unhedged. So the hedged portion is automatically, you have a fixed margin in terms of the making charges that you're buying at a particular price and you're selling, keeping that margin fixed. It is only to the unhedged portion of your books where you have the ability to make an extra margin.
And because, how much? Yes. Yeah. Got that point. That's what we were trying to understand, Mr. Sen, that how much of your book is unhedged, and to that extent, what could have been the margin boost because of this dramatic rise in gold prices?
So this wouldn't be the right time to talk about the margins, but in terms of our hedging percentage, we stay around 80 to 85% hedged. So that's been the kind of the average hedge portion of the books that we have. So that is the answer to your question.
All right. Hi, Suvankar. Good morning and good to see you. When there was Poila Baisakh, that's the Bengali festival that was there over the weekend. And then we also have, Akshaya Tritiya that will be coming towards the end of this month. So a couple of these seasons, which are good for gold normally. How was the demand in the past week, since that was the Bengali festival? If you could tell us, was it good enough? And what is your estimate for the upcoming festival as well?
So yeah, wishing everyone, Shubho Navavarsha as we call it, because today is Poila Baisakh. That's why you see me, dressed up in the traditional
attire.
Looking
good. Suvankar, looking good.
Thank you very much. Shining like gold, if you may say so. So the way I can see that over the weekend, the interest of the consumers, even though the gold prices are at all-time highs, there is a lot of interest amongst the consumers. We have been doing a lot of activities in terms of taking gold in the money in advance for the particular season and giving the benefit of the lower gold price in the previous month that we had. So consumers have been quite interested. The wedding season continues to remain till the month of June. And, we have the Bangle Festival going on. So I can see that, the ticket sizes, the average selling price or the average ticket sizes have been on an upward trend just because the gold prices have moved up. So 10 grams of gold jewelry will be worth close to ₹1,00,000, which was 70,000-80,000 maybe even 6 months back. So that's been the kind of, consumers are happy that the prices are going up, but it's just that the volumes will take a hit. So that's the way to look at it. And there was a question that you all were asking in terms of the stud ratio. So, yes, the stud ratio for the 9 months was 10.5%, which as we ended the year, it became 10.5 to 10.9%. So just Q4 itself, which I had been, telling everyone that we are seeing a very positive January, February in terms of the increase in the diamond jewelry sales. So the diamond jewelry sales for Q4 was up by 39%, leading to Valentine's Day, the overall wedding season. So I think that, with the price, there is a lot of news that the diamond prices will also start moving up, and it is gradually starting moving up. Consumers are also gradually getting attracted towards buying the diamonds.
Sure. So, Suvankar, just a quick follow-up on that. I'm glad you brought up the studded ratio. Your studded ratio has been improving. A lot of other jewelers, particularly on the natural diamond side, they're struggling with either flat studded ratios or declining studded ratios. So your improvement is happening entirely on the natural diamond side, Or is it also a function of the lab grown? Because you have a lab grown vertical as well. Just leave us with a sense of the trends there.
Yes, no, it is with the natural diamond side. The lab grown is still a very small portion of the overall sales. Plus, this improvement that, just to kind of give a more correct perspective, is that from the 9 months, 10.5%, the growth of Q4 has been substantial, leading to a 10.9% overall year on year. But if I look at the previous year to this year, then the previous year, the stud ratio was about 11%. And this year, we've ended with 10.9. So you really don't see much of growth on an overall yearly basis. It is only in the Q4 that you have seen such substantial growth. And I think very positively that this particular financial year, we will continue to see a kind of higher interest and traction towards diamond jewelry, especially with such high gold prices. So for the smaller ticket size items, consumers will want to, buy maybe 14 karat, 18 karat gold jewelry studded with diamonds and stones. So this is how I think, the future looks like.
All right, Suvankar, 10 grams for a lakh now, right? I remember I don't remember the rate when I started working, 2003, but I remember in 2009, it used to be about 8,000. So 8,000 to a lakh.
Yeah. Prashant, I completed 10 years of marriage over the weekend, and when we were getting married, I think it was around 30,000 or thereabouts. So now there was no buying of gold on the 10th anniversary.
We don't have to deal with that problem.
Now you have notional gains that you're sitting on, all the wedding jewelry that's already been purchased, right? That's why women always love.
Daughter and daughter-in-law will enjoy, let's say that.
Okay.
I think the producer is saying that I'm not laughing, right? Yeah. He's focused on the time. Suvankar, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it very much here on CNBC TV18. Good speaking with you. We'll take a quick